And now,
introducing the one, the only.
Let me introduce to you
lively talk with successful people, barely filtered. This is the Jenna Ben Show.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Jenna Ben Show, guys. I'm your host, Jenna Benamy, and with us today, Merab, you have to say your last name for me because, wait, let me say it first and tell me if I'm right. Is it Dvalishvili?
My name is Merab Dvalishvili.
Okay, Merab Dvalishvili. I know I butchered that, but UFC number 12 Bantamweight, currently on a 5-fight win streak with a record of 12-4. Welcome. How you doing today?
Hey, Jenna. I'm doing good. Ready to go.
Okay, ready to go. I love it. That's what I love to hear. Now, you're 29 years old, from Georgia, the country. Now, educate us a little bit about the country and your hometown. I'll be honest with you, I've actually never heard of it before until I started researching you, so I'd love to learn.
It's a small European country. We are next to Russia, next to Ukraine, next to Armenia, Azerbaijan, and a small, beautiful country. And but we are warriors. We don't like Russia. People are okay, but like a politic, we don't like Russia because they occupy our territory like 20%. And
what was your childhood like? Did you live in a like a farm-like town, or was it like very city? What would describe it?
Yeah, I born like village. It's like a farm and a mountain, I was growing I grew up outside, always play with my friends and and a lot of animals there, and I was climbing trees and eating from the trees, like apple or like anything. So we was making our own food, but when I was 9 years old, I have two older brothers, and they came to student capital city, and all our family, we moved to capital city, and I started there like training judo and sambo, and I was a crazy kid, and the sport changed me.
Interesting. Okay, so you have older brothers now. It sounds like you're rough, active, always playing outside, but I want to get a feel for the country. Like, what's considered a good job where you're from?
When I born 1991, exactly the same year, it was war between Russia and Georgia, and we was the first country who left the Soviet Union, and everything stopped, wasn't like no more job, no more, we don't have a lights, we don't have a gas, and the economic drops down, and our country was paralyzed, and everybody moved to village from capital city, and everybody tried to do farm stuff, and the economic was very bad, and wasn't really safe at the time in the city especially. But after this 2003, we have a new government, everything changed, and economy grow up, and no more criminal, and now you can leave your car open, and it's zero criminal in my country, most safe person. They love tourists, they love people, like very welcome people, and so it's we have a big history, and it's a beautiful country, and it's like we have a jobs like here now. It's like, but when you work for like regular job, you're not saving money. It's you need, so you have to have a business, or you have to do something extra to save money.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because if you're working like at a bank or at the grocery store, then you're only making enough to really survive. Probably the same like here.
Probably, yes, I think so. But here also you can have a second job. You can do something extra. It's a big country, always you can figure it out something. I don't know. It's over there. Depends.
More
I mean,
opportunity
it's
here for sure. Yeah.
right. Like money wise, but like, but my country, if you have a house, you don't pay taxes, and you have a like, you do any you and farmers, they don't have to pay like, nothing, to government. Like if
Wow.
you, yeah, it's crazy.
Sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Have they been affected by COVID out there?
Uh, they take it serious now. If you go, because I'm a Georgian citizen, if I go my country, I have to 2 weeks quarantine. But let's say U.S. citizen or any other country citizen, they don't have to. They don't have to stay in quarantine more than 1 day. I don't know why. Maybe because they said reason. Because maybe it's because I will go see my family because I'm citizen of Georgia, and then, like, let's say tourists doesn't have to see family. They can wear mask and they just see the places, like whatever. That's what they said, you know.
Wow, that is very
Yeah.
interesting logic, but yeah.
Yeah, crazy, crazy.
So what is the language that you speak?
Yeah, we have our own language, Georgian, and we have our own alphabets like Georgians. Our alphabet is one of those from 12 from the world. We have our own alphabets. Yeah, we have a big history. Georgia, like very old country. Uh, Actually, they found in Georgia like oldest dead people they found in Georgia. Like,
Wow.
yeah, like, yes, like, so.
Interesting. All right. Well, I better
Yeah.
brush up on my Georgian because, I didn't know there was so much rich history there. But that's cool, and I'm glad we get to give the listeners and the people watching a chance to get to know about Georgia as well.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So now you got into MMA and it saved your life because you were a little knucklehead growing up. So how did that go down? How old were you when you even discovered MMA in such a small country?
Yeah, I mean, the MMA, we know, like, we call like MMA Brzolac se bez gareše, which is mean fight with the no rules. That's
Okay.
how, yeah, like, that's how I know about MMA. But judo was very popular in my country because judo is Olympic sport, and also wrestling. And that was my dream to become like a good, champion in like world champion or Olympic champion. And I was one of those kids who tried to hard, like, to came world champion or Olympic champion.
Yeah.
But 2008 they changed the rules. Like, you cannot grab the leg anymore, and or however was my style. I was grabbing legs and take people down, and like my style wasn't work anymore. And I was thinking to, like, and I always love MMA. And that time MMA growing up in my country, and I somebody told me to that was open competition. I can just jump in and fight, and that's all I did. And of
You're
course I
like, let's
challenged.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I was a little worried because I didn't know sport. I wasn't never training, and that was like new for me. But all my life, like, since when I was a little kid, I was fighting everywhere. If I have to defend myself or defend my friends or help somebody or something, I see something wrong, or I don't like rude people, and I was always punching and fighting. And like, yeah.
Well,
And like every man loves fighting. Like,
I don't know what it is, and I somehow ended up here too. But it's so funny. It's like you
right.
guys are truly modern day gladiators.
I jump in, and but then they give me opponent. My opponent was like a martial artist, but like a more karate guy. So I was fine because I know how to people take down. I was strong and my cardio always was good. And I go and I try to strike him. I try striking. He was coming. I was taking down, and the people was screaming. People was yelling, like, I was so excited. And then that's what I love. Like, wow, this is my sport. I feel it. I feel the energy. And then I said, this is my sport. I found it. Then I was so happy, and I win this fight, like second round TKO, and and after this, I know that that was my sport. After this, I started training MMA.
So you remind me a little bit of Marvin Vittori. You know, he's from Italy and he grew up in an environment that sounds similar to the one you described. And he said that he had to go to like at least 3 gyms because the sport was so young that they didn't have, you know, now you can go to one place and get everything you need. But was it the same for you?
Uh, in Georgia, no, I was training one gym, but yeah, of course, I wasn't getting right training. I wish I go another gym, but that time wasn't jiu-jitsu. Like in my country now, there is some places that you can train in jiu-jitsu, but I mean, if you mix martial artists, you need a good jiu-jitsu coach. You need a like good kickboxer coach. You need a wrestling, and you need a good sparring partners. Of course, it's almost impossible to have a in one gym everything whatever you need. Even here US it's hard, only couple gym. I know that you can go one gym and training. Even my team Serra Longo, like let's say it's I'm training 2 gym like Serra Longo, like Ray Longo and Wade Man, wherever I training most of the time. But for jiu-jitsu I go to Metzera, so I'm still going 2 gyms for.
Surely you're watching MMA on TV. You know, when Marvin was on the show, he talked about Fedor and he was like, oh my God, how can he take so much punishment? I want to do what he's doing. Was there someone that stood out to you when you were just developing that was like, holy cow, I want to be like that guy?
Actually, that's funny. Like, yeah, the first MMA fight I watched, like, you know, I watched that was Fedor's fight, Fedor Emelianenko's fight, and I love it. But he was knocked people out. But when I was watching, I like his style, and I was fighting like his style. I'm a little guy. It's funny, but I was fighting like his style. I was going and just like the first round, and I was like I wanted to finish my opponent. And I was winning like this, crazy. But when I moved here to USA, like I win a couple amateur fights, but when I go pro, I try like this, but wasn't works. I was chasing my opponents and I was hitting heavy, but and he don't have no choice. He take me down and he tried to control me. His jiu-jitsu was better than me at that time, and he controlled me on the ground and then I lost split decision my pro debut. I'm like, wow, it's like that wasn't good. I said, no, I gotta change my style. I gotta fight smart. You know? Of course, my dream was UFC, but I lost my pro debut. My heart broke. You know.
Yeah, but you're kicking butt now, and I'm gonna get into your record in a little bit. But I want to know what promotions did you fight for? Any major promotions before going to the UFC?
Yeah, I was fighting Ring of Combat, CES, and CFFC, local shows here in New York.
Local. Okay, so how did you get the UFC contract? I mean, tell me, was it a short notice thing?
No, that wasn't short notice. So like after I win my, after I lost my pro debut and I win my second fight, so I was 1-1. But once I win, and that was winter time, and another promotion called me. You want to fight? Of course, I want to fight because I was rushing for the fight, and I want to always fight. But but that time, the YouTube was a lot of my fights from Georgia. Like we was fighting like a pro, and when they was checking on me and they saw all my videos on YouTube and nobody want to fight with me, and then I have a hard time to fight somebody no regular fighter because nobody want to fight with me. So of course I said of course I want to fight, and I take a fight short notice, like 3 days notice, and I get sick because like I started weight cuts again, and my immune system loads down, and that was winter time, and whatever. I get sick, like I have a flu. I never turn fights down, and I fight, and this guy was wrestler. He hold me down again, and I lost, and then I was now 2-1. I'm like, I'm like, how I'm gonna make UFC? Like I lost, it's crazy. And I'm like, oh, maybe I was. And at that time I was working here. You know, US, you gotta pay bills, so I was working. So I said maybe I should. I was working construction. Maybe I should get better construction, make my own company, and give it to some people job and fix some people's house and do right thing. You know, like I was thinking maybe I should retire from MMA and maybe
Wow. What year
yeah.
was
So
this?
2014. Yeah, I take off and like 1 year off, but that time I realized that doesn't matter win or loss or whatever, go UFC or not go UFC. I said I love fighting. I wanna fighting. Doesn't matter what. I'm gonna keep fighting. This is my life. That's all I love. I don't need money. I don't need nothing. I just wanna fight and like
Wow.
because I realized I was young and I feel like I can still do it. So and why I don't want to be one of those this guy like they say like most like soccer players they came and they talk, oh, I was like a very good talented soccer player, like, but oh, I get some injury and I retired. They everybody has the same story, but you are good if you recover and if you like drop down and get up and do your thing and like keep doing. And it's like that was my thing. So and after this I came back, win 6 straight, and I win Ringo Combat title. I came champion um, and I was holding title and they told me Dana White looking for a fighter show like the Dana White has a looking for a fighter like when
Yeah.
they looking for a fight, they said Dana White coming here in our show like and then he's gonna watch our show. Oh, I said great, welcome.
No
And
pressure.
yeah, of course, no pressure. And my opponent was very good, undefeated, 8-0, and yeah, Dana White
Do
actually
you do you think that Dana came to watch your opponent or you because your
exactly
opponent was
that,
undefeated?
that's what yes, that's what happened exactly. Actually, my opponent was from Milwaukee. How do you say? Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, it wasn't like local or whatever. Now the Dana especially uh, pay for his flight and like his everything. Yeah, for
Wow.
to bring this guy to the show, and everybody was thinking that this guy can beat me and he can go UFC. But yeah, that was the thing. But I mean, I'm always fight. Even my opponent, Sean, motivates me more, and I knew that was my chance. If I win, I go UFC. If not, then I have to fight um, here local fights or go to Russia, beat some Russians, or go or in Japan or any other country. So that I know that was my chance to go UFC, and I win this fight in 15-second knockout, and I was so happy. I realized my life changed, and I know
Wow.
that now I came UFC fighter, and that's how I got UFC. Then I said, "Oh, it's crazy." He signed me. Yeah,
That's
he
so
said,
crazy. Wait, what did he
yeah.
say to you?
He said he was shocked. He said like, he, he said you go to UFC, uh, but he was shocked because he was thinking the other guy was monster, and he really
Yeah.
monster. He was 8-0 that time. Now I think he's 14-1. So
Wow.
he's 14-1. But he's really good. But I
You
was
are exceptional under pressure, like that was probably the most pressure in your life because you had already quit the sport, and you were like, I don't need this, I'll go do construction. But then you had that time off to kind of really think about what you wanted. So when you came back a second time, you were like, okay, I know I want this for sure. And so now you have your one opportunity in front of Dana, who's there for the opponent, which is crazy. And then you end up winning and getting your contract. This is the first, by the way, the first time in 97 shows where my guest is telling me that, you know, Dana was out there scouting for his opponent and he got the contract instead. That's pretty damn cool.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you're freaking out, right? So then he comes up to you, he's like, you got the contract. I mean, what did you do? Did you cry? Did you scream? Like, was your family there?
I was happy. My team was there with me, and you know what I did. That was I was so happy, and I started dancing, my traditional dancing. Yeah, I danced in front of Jenna, in front of the cameras.
Okay, so you were recently supposed to fight Cody Stamann, who was recently a guest on my show, but he pulled out. What are your thoughts? I mean, he was training really hard for that fight. He said some really good things about you as a fighter. What do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Actually, somebody sent me the link. He said I'm weird or something. I don't know. From your show, I think. I don't know.
He said what?
He said I'm weirdo. I think somebody sent me.
Huh. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I remember though? Maybe he said that, but I also remember him saying that your cardio, like he described you as one of those people who just has it, you know, like the natural energy, and you just go, go, go. And to me, as someone who interviews a lot of you guys, maybe that's not special to you, but almost every guy that comes on my show talks about, you know, getting their cardio up. And like, that's kind of that extra edge that you need in that cage, and you have it and everybody wants it. So I thought that was a big respect, but maybe not. I don't know.
Thanks. No, okay. I mean, I respect like a fighter him, and I wish we can meet one day again. And I don't know what happened to him. My manager called me and tell me this fight canceled because he has a COVID. But I find out that he don't have a COVID, and he said he posted something. He said he has a back injury, and that's how I know, how I understand. He said he tell UFC to move week after, but UFC looks like UFC said no, and I don't know really what happened, but my manager tell me, and I tell him if he has a COVID. We still have a 6 weeks, and then let's wait to when he recover, because I have some cold too. I have that time my rib was hurting. I wasn't training hard, but I'm not canceling fight. I'm never canceling fight because whatever. So I said we should still make this fight. It's okay. Let's wait to when he get better. He said no. I don't know. Somehow he's not fighting you. Okay, I said whatever. It's okay. If they give me new opponent, I'm ready. Or new day, I'm ready. Anything, whatever. I'm fighter. I'm ready anytime. So, and and whatever. That was it. And I get better from like I was a little cold, and I wasn't. Whatever, my rib was hurting, but now I'm good. I'm back. I'm training. And now I have a new,
You have a new opponent.
I have a new opponent, Brazilian killer, monster. yeah. So I'm excited because he is really good. He was ranked 15 back to January when he win 4 straight in UFC. I believe he win first 2 fight in the upper weight class, 145, and now he's my weight class. He's dropping weights in my weight class. So now I'm more than ready for this fight, because it motivates me, because I know that my opponent really hungry, really strong, really dangerous, and I have to prepare.
I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the guys? Guys talk about this a lot, how, especially the guys that are closer to the belt, you know, like top 5 or so, holding on to their numbers, meaning, you know, they just won't accept fights. and they're very strategic and picky about who they'll fight because they're trying to preserve their ranking. Do you think that's true?
I don't know. Yeah, of course, some fighters they of course they picking opponent, and like I tell you, like when I started my professional career, um, I have big problems to find the opponent because everybody was turning fights down. Nobody want to fight with me. But I
Yeah.
never choose my opponent, and I'm fighting everybody whoever's front of me, and whoever UFC give me or who. This is challenge. I'm challenging myself.
You are living your dream, my friend. You are, I can tell you're so passionate about it. Like you just really want to fight. Um, do you know RAPHAEL ASSUNCAO? He's in your
Yeah, I
division.
don't. Yeah, I don't know him.
He's a nice guy. He was on the show also. Are you friendly, or are you just kind of acquaintances?
No, I don't know him personal, but I watched his fight. He was one number two or number one long time, and I was watching his fight, and he's one of those best fighter. Yeah, in my weight class. Yeah.
Mm, sweet. Okay, so in your weight class, who would you say is the biggest threat? I know that's tough because like you could fight this person and you don't want to give him that credit, but
Yeah, my friend Aljamain Sterling. Then I know I'm
Alja.
the, yeah, I'm never gonna fight with him, because he's first my friend, my teammate. I learned a lot from him, and because of him, I was training with him, and I grow up like as a fighter because of I was training with him, and I think he's now he's fighting belt finally.
Yes.
Um, yeah, his last fight supposed to be belt with Cody Sanhagan. That was because after Henry Cejudo retired, that should be belt because both the best guys in division. So and yeah, okay. After Aljamain Sterling, my opponent now Rayoni Barcelos. I think he's the most dangerous and most.
Wow.
I respect him a lot. I think. Yeah, he's a Russian guy. Peterian is not the Aljo will show now. Aljo will show world now how uh, Aljo will break him. After Aljo break him, he's not gonna be same. Uh,
Wow.
and yeah, yeah,
Okay, so I have a funny story. So I was at Extreme Couture in Vegas. I was leaving, and then I see Aljo's hair, right? I see him
right,
pull up, and so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait here in my car until he walks up to the
right,
door and
right,
and invite him to come on the show.
right,
But it was weird, right? Because I'm sitting there in my car and I roll down my window and I'm like, hey, Aljo, you should come on my show. And here's why. And then, of course, it worked out and he gave me his manager's number and we're still trying to schedule it. But I was just in Vegas a few days ago and I was texting with Cody Stamann. And he's like, 20 minutes after I leave Vegas, Cody's like, I'm meeting Aljo in 30. Come meet us. I'm like, I can never
wow,
just, it will never work out with this guy.
wow,
We keep missing each other. But yeah, I keep hearing great things. So, I'm excited to get him on.
right. Yeah, he's. I never see somebody like this strong. Even big guys. I'm watching Aljo's training. He's training like animal. He's beating everybody. He's really strong man. He can be easily 145 champion too. Yeah, he's
Wow.
really
Maybe
strong.
we'll see that
Yeah,
one day.
yes, 100%.
So you are on a 5-fight win streak. I mean, that must feel amazing. It must give you this boost of confidence, right? I talk to people about this. Win streaks, I feel, affect performance. Would you agree?
Before I never have to lose anything. I don't. I mean, I was fighting. I don't have to lose anything. Now, I'm ranked 12, and now, yeah, 5 fight win straight. Now this is the thing. I really have to lose something. If I lose and I have to back again, and like it's really a little like like little. That's the only thing. Other than this, nothing. I love fighting, and that's like I said long times ago. Win or lose, if you really mix martial arts, you gotta fight. You don't choose your opponent. You gotta fight who's in front of you, and just challenge yourself and just fight like a man.
Yeah, but there's something different about you. A lot of fighters are in it for the title. They dream about the belt. They drool thinking about the belt, like their lives are about the belt. And for you, it seems like, yeah, of course you want the belt, but you're very much interested in actually fighting because it does something for your soul.
Of course, because first, like I said, I want to challenge myself, and I love it. When I'm in the cage, I feel like I'm my home because I can be myself. I can. I feel like happiest there. Because it's like I cannot tell you this feeling, but and also I represent in my country. Which is like they are more than happy. I tell you before, we have a small beautiful country, and they support me a lot, and like yeah, every time I fight, they're happy. So and also my team here, like Sarah Longo team, and now I have a lot of friends here, Long Island and New York, and and yeah, I representing them, and that's why I'm happy about.
It feels good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at you guys and they think you're just physically strong. Like, okay, you've got good ground, your stand-up's good. All right. But it all comes from here, in my opinion. And so what keeps you so strong? You're on a 5-fight win streak. I feel like that powers you a little bit, but to get there, I'm noticing that you're just very focused. So how do you stay strong up here?
I don't know. I've been in my life. I go through a lot of things. Life is sometimes up and down, and like I tell you, I started from nothing. I born village, like small country, and I moved capital city. I started training, and I ended up came US. Um, uh, and did you imagine like without English, without friends, and like I grow up here. I left everything, wherever I have my country, like friends, family, my language, or like, nobody cares here. I have I was over there who I was, like my university, or I was, I have my diploma or everything. Here it's nothing, I came here like even I was fighter. I tell you like nobody cares, uh, and also I wasn't able to training right gym like that time because I don't know, I cannot find the right gym, and I wasn't getting right gym, and and uh, I wasn't getting fights even like when I was okay. When I started work construction, and even construction, it's building houses. You gotta figure it out something, and someday raining, someday snow, someday hot, someday cold. And after this work, you gotta go training, and you gotta still dream about the fight, the UFC or like a high level competition, and. But all this time I was motivated because I know that there is people who I can make happy and who I can motivate. Even like my country, young kids, I want to show that they can do it. If I do it, they can do it too. I'm not. I do it because I'm working hard and I'm disciplined, and I have a focus, and that's why I do it. Uh, and I want to show that this is possible. If you work hard, then you can do everything, whatever you dream or whatever you want. So, and I always, yeah, I want to try best I can do because I'm young, I'm hungry, and yeah, I do from love, I do from my heart. That's it.
Yeah, I love that. So it's like what feeds you is the love and support from the people that really lift you up. You know, like the people of, you said a few things that stood out to me. The people of your country, they really support you and they're excited when you fight, and you feel like you're representing them and you're motivating them, and you're showing the kids that grow up in this small country with maybe not many opportunities that, you know, you're doing it and they can do it too. And now I
Yes,
understand what kind of powers you.
absolutely. Also, my team. Also, I'm really appreciate my team, Sarah Longo team. Like I tell you, when I moved here, like I mean, even I wasn't speaking English, and I don't, yeah, like who I was, right? But they treat me like a family member, like they, you know, and and because of my team, I wasn't missing my family too much because yeah, that was yeah. Then so and then I wanna every time I fight, I wanna representing them and make them happy and. Also, they help me. Now I want to help my teammates, and when the new up and coming guys coming, and like they treat me like a friend. Now I try to do the same thing. You know, that's how I
You
feel.
are wonderful, Merab. I love that about you. You know, you're not only looking into the future, you know, you're considering, you know, the people that were there for you and the type of man that you want to be. And I think that's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So, okay. Now I want to talk about the pressure of losing. And this is something that I feel like I ask every fighter and they all answer a little bit differently. But there's so much pressure out there. And now, you know, we live in a time where you guys are so accessible on social media and everyone's got an opinion. And all of those little comments are like seeds of doubt being planted in our brains, you know, and it's really hard to shut them out. And then, of course, you want to represent your country and your family and your team and your friends and the people who helped you get to this point. So, when you get in that cage and maybe you don't perform the way you wanted to, what are you feeling?
Yeah, that's the worst feeling. Of course, like that's very hard. But but we have to know that it's like everybody's beatable. Everybody can lose one time, in one day. You know, we are fighting in front of. Um, I mean, you have a somebody fighter. You never know like what's gonna happen. Sometimes you can shoot from takedown and get the knee in the face and your nose broke or you go out or yeah it can be happen like this or always somebody's strong, let's say two best guys fighting to each other, one guy has to win. Like if you lose you gotta get better, you gotta take a lesson from this, I think. Because
Yeah.
it's like a life, you know, you gotta you gotta move on, and of course you will have in your life up and down, but you gotta move on, you gotta take a lesson, you gotta get better. uh, but also sometimes when you go social media and reading comments and you see like they talking so bad about you,
It's
how
hard.
yeah that's hard, you know, because um, you take like a personal, you take like it's really hard because I remember my first fight UFC. I was yeah, finally they give me fight UFC and I was fighting Frankie SAENZ. When they give me, let's say when UFC call me and they you fighting him,
Mhm.
you want to fight? I said yes, of course. And of course you gotta study your opponent. And I Google his name and then I saw a couple videos, of course, fighting like old fights. I see a couple fights. It's not irregular, good fighter, strong fighter, and I want to see also. I go Instagram because I want to see how he's training now, how who he's training with, and how he's training, and like let's say like this thing, yeah. And I go Instagram and I go his profile and I see he has three little kids and looks like exactly like him. And I'm like, wow, man, it's like it's a little bit. I feel like it's like, and I don't want to fight the guy, you know, like I don't know, somehow like because how they look like and how like I was like beautiful family, you know, and
Mm.
and whatever. So but I said by Muan, whatever, you know. But I started training where I was prepared fight, and like 10 days before fight, I was December. I was too much training, and same thing happened to me. Like my immune system goes low, and then I get a flu. Everybody talking about this coronavirus dangerous, or like, of course I believe this, but how I was sick that time, I think I never be like this sick like in my life like this. I was worse feeling 1 week coughing, I was sweating, and I was worse feeling. But I, because I never turn fights down, I said I will fight. It doesn't matter what, and I cut weight. I make weight,
Oh my God.
and yeah, and whatever. Fight day comes, I was blue corner. They call my name. I go, and I go first in the cage, and I'm ready for fight. And they call his name. He steps in, and face was so kind face, like serious thing. Like he was that, yeah, he was 37 years old, and like I'm like, and the his face reminds me his little three kids, and I'm like, no, I don't want to look him, and I don't want to fight him. I don't know, somehow it's something like, I don't know. It's first time it happened to me, and I don't
Yeah.
want to fight with him. And whatever. Finally, they said my name. They said his name, and referee comes in. You ready? Yes. You ready? Yes. And let's go fight. And then this guy comes and punch me, and then knee me, and then headbutt, and open my eye here. And then I'm like, you motherfucker. Oh man, like I was so mad, but I was already hurt. But I started like, taking down because I still don't want to punch him. And I first record in UFC I make, I take him down 11 times. Every time I was taking down, he was able to get up. I was controlling him on the cage, and uh, and whatever I was taking down. Then the fight's over. I was so sick, so tired. I don't care. I win. I lost. Finally, it's finished. And I was happy that I don't quit like a loser. You know, I still finish fight, and I don't 10 fights down. I said it's first fight UFC, whatever. I don't care. And they said judges said that was split decision loss. I lost split decision, and whatever. I said I was sick. It's okay. I wasn't too much worried because I know what I can do, but I know I wasn't able to do because I was sick, and my coaches also knows, and they, of course, they understand. They know what was going on, but I go social media, and and I love Facebook. You know, I love Facebook, and but the people talking and writing down so bad about me. This guy don't have a cardio. This guy don't know how to fight. How he's even UFC and like this. That was, yeah, that was hard for me. But after I learned, you know, I don't have to pay attention too much. It's but it's still hard. You know, of course I read. I go and I read. I read what
Yeah.
they're talking about. I
It's like,
can, you know.
yeah, you can't resist. It's like, you know, it's going to suck, but like, you have to see it. It's going to drive you crazy if you don't look.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay. So like, I understand because, you know, we've all gotten some comments before, but like, okay, so you read it and then what? What do you say to yourself that's like, so that it doesn't affect you?
I say because I'm gonna, okay, you say like this, but I'm gonna prove that you're wrong, and I will training more hard, and I will fight more smart, and I'm gonna win. And yeah, yeah, it's nothing to say. I don't wanna text back, or I don't wanna comment, or I don't wanna. Nothing I can do about it, because they have their opinions. They can say what they want, and uh, you know, I don't really, because there is some people can be like really loser, and some people can be wrong, but I don't. It's like so many people. I don't wanna take them. But I have to work myself, like always, and I have to get better. And I have to think. No, I have to change things in my life. And like now I'm trying to take vitamin C. I don't wanna be get sick. And sometimes if I forget and if I a little lazy about this to take vitamin C or any vitamins, and I'm getting cold and now I'm taking less and I'm now like 2 weeks ago I was a little cold, but now I'm taking vitamin C. Now I know I have to take it again.
You're making sure that you never end up in that position again so that
Right,
nobody says that you're lazy or which is funny because your cardio is like something you're known for, you know, so obviously you were sick and just, you know, it was a thing for you, but you also seem like a really hard worker. You saw that that was something that affected you and now you're like, okay, that's not going to happen to me again. And cardio is something that you have control over if you train really hard. But you have to train so hard for cardio, you know, like you can work on your skills and whatever, but it takes so much effort to boost your cardio, right?
You know, I want to fight at least 10 more years. So, and, you know, it's about time, you know.
That's crazy. I was going to ask you, 10 more years is a long time. You know, you're 29 now, you want to go until you're about 40. Are you concerned at all about the injuries long term, or are you just like, whatever, I'll deal with it?
Whatever. I'm training smart and I'm not getting too much injury my training and I'm hoping and I'm not taking serious injury anything. So yeah, other than this, yeah, I love fighting. I'm hungry and I wanna like I'm not one of those guy who wants to retire on top or like winning. I'm just I wanna do whatever I can do. I do my maximum, you know. I wanna do my maximum, you know. But I have to still like a balance with this with the life, you know. I'm not like a straight diet, and I'm not going every night same time to sleep and like, you know, because I have to, if I feel I have to relax, I have to go out, I have to have a relax, and I'm not like Mike Tyson when he was talking like no girls like no, it's impossible. I will go crazy, you know. I have to have fun, you know. I have to have fun and I have to relax and. You know, you gotta live in your life and you gotta enjoy also. Like you gotta training hard, but you gotta enjoy.
So, okay, I want to get your opinion on a couple of fights that are coming up. Davison v. Alex Perez going up for the title. Alex was a guest on my show, so I'm curious now. It was cool for me, you know, being in Vegas, I'm driving on the highway and I see the big billboard and I'm like, okay, go Alex. This is interesting. So do you know either of them personally?
Personal, like I don't know close Alex Perez, but yeah, we was I think one time or two times we fought the same day, but he's good fighter, but Davison looks like a monster. These guys, I don't know these Brazilians, something else. I want to Alex wins, but we'll see. I think Davison has more chance, I think, because he looks like a crazy. Yeah.
Okay, I get that. It's tough, you know, you develop these relationships with these guys and you want to support them, but at the same time, you look at these other fighters and objectively you're like, well, the other guy might be stronger, but we'll see how that plays out. Valentina Shevchenko versus Maya.
Yeah, Valentina Shevchenko will win this one easy. Yeah, I think. Yeah, because she's amazing fighter. I'm impressive because I don't know. She's something else, really. Like because look at what happened. She fought 2 weight class up Amanda Nunes, and that was like close fight.
What do you think about her odds with Jojo Calderwood? Because they had a fight scheduled and then it didn't happen. Actually, Jojo, in Vegas, I picked up some gloves from her. I have to add them to the studio, but
nice.
But yeah, what do you think?
But that's tough fight, man. But that's fine. Jojo has chance, of course. But I mean, Valentina, she looks
She's a
very,
beast.
very. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. Okay, I just got wind of Weidman v. Hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weidman, 100%. You know, yeah, yeah. Nobody. I mean, Weidman is wrestling. He will take him down, and he already Weidman knocked him out.
10 years ago.
Uh, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and but now I think Weidman can out wrestling him. This time.
Interesting. Okay. So did you catch the Silva Hall fight recently? I mean, that was kind
Yeah,
of like a moment in time, because Anderson was always like such a
yeah,
mentor and like a, like a
uh,
hero to Uriah. And so,
right.
that was a huge moment. What did you think?
Yeah, that was yeah. Of course, that was big. Big moment, big yeah, huge moment. I cannot imagine like fight like this legend. Yeah, like I said, maybe same thing gonna happen like happened with Frankie Sayers. Because yeah, when I look old guy, I have old fighter. I have big respect, and somehow I cannot hard punch hard. I don't know what's crazy, but yeah, it's yeah, it's so hard. The the fighter I love, and then one day you have to punch and you have to fight. It's we don't hit each other, but still it's still hard. But that was yeah, that was tough to see Anderson like the broken nose and like retire like this. Yeah, that was hard to see.
It was hard for me to see as well. Uriah Hall has been on my show, and we have a friendship. We've done another segment together, but so he's talked to me behind the scenes about his feelings about the whole thing, and I know that it took a lot from him to really do it.
Uh,
They were supposed to fight in the past, didn't work out, and then he's had a weird year with his opponents kind of not being able to fight, and then for this to happen, and then for him to win, you would think he'd be very happy, and I know he's happy, but there's like an emotional toll that goes into being
right,
responsible for your idol retiring the way that he did.
right.
I almost don't wish
Yeah,
that on anyone.
yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's end the show on a positive note. I want you to see if you have any advice or insights or just what's some wisdom that you've acquired over the years. It can be fight related or just anything related to life, but something that you could pass on to the people that look up to you.
Uh, I will say nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. We gotta work hard, and we gotta enjoy too. When we work hard, we gotta enjoy because everything you do, you gotta do from your heart, and you gotta enjoy from it because uh, um, yeah, one day when we will be older, we're gonna miss all this. Like you don't wanna be one of those guys that you say, oh, I can done this one better. If I let's say what's gonna happen if I work more hard, if I not stay lazy in the home and I will go do this and do this and let's do best whatever you can. Work hard, try like try do
Try.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
try and
Try. Totally.
yeah,
I agree with you.
right. Yeah, yeah,
It's so
so,
it's easy to not try because you're protecting yourself, right, from failure, because failure sucks and it hurts, and then you have to deal with the consequences of failure. But trying is so much more badass, and you have one life and you have your
right,
memories to take with you at the end of the day, nothing else, just your
right,
experience and memories. And I have so much respect for what you do. And the fighters that go out there, you guys train so damn hard, 4 trainings every day, just to be able to go into a cage for 15 to 25 minutes and do what you love. And um, it's inspirational. So I appreciate you coming on the show. It's been great getting to know you, and I'll definitely invite you back for some more segments down the road. Merab, give us your Instagram handle so people know how to find you.
Thank you so much for having me. My Instagram name is my last name Merab Dvalishvili, and same is Twitter Merab.Dvalishvili.
Okay, perfect. And I will tag you so people know how to find you in case they can't spell your name like me. Guys,
Okay.
you can find me at The Jenna Ben Show on Instagram and on YouTube.